Hooty hoo, all my stock market gamblers. Welcome today. I'm Tall Mike. So glad you're here. What do we got going on? Well, the markets, the volatility up and down. I mean, you'll be down 1,000 points. You go get a bite to eat, come back and you're up 1,000 points. These market swings are incredible. Traders love this stuff. Now, it makes investors, long-term investors, they're not sleeping that well. Look, we had the big bounce, right? The big bounce off the low. The Donald came out and he took the tariffs off. We're not going to have tariffs for another 90 days. Now, what's fascinating to me is to have a president that's gaming the marketplace. I believe he's gaming it, right? I mean, his family is getting wealthy off of this. Look he knows ahead of time when he's going to take the tariff off. He knows ahead of time when he's going to put them on. Look don't check his bank account. Check Donnie Jr.'s. I'm telling you, they're gaming the market. Tens of millions, 100 million. This is why you can get a job in Congress, be flat broke when you go in, $200,000 a year income, and come out with 10, 20, 30 million dollar net worth because you get to game the system, put the tariffs on, take the tariffs off. It's fascinating. You know what? There's going to be certain companies that he's going to exempt from the tariffs. You watch the volatility in the option market on those companies the day before. You can go back and check the volume on the calls, right? It's going to explode higher. Why? Because he's telling his friends. He's telling his family. He's gaming the system. Look these are big moves, huge moves. I don't think the stock market has ever had a move quite as large as that. I mean, that was up 3,000. We closed that day when he took the tariffs off. Well, I mean, we were down in the morning and closed up 3,000 points on the Dow. He is gaming the system. Look I hate. It's embarrassing having a president that's a pump and dumper. Actually, he's a dump and pumper. He's the opposite, not a pump and dumper. He dumps it first, then he pumps it up, right? Well, that's just embarrassing to me. But anyways, we got a big bounce. Came up to the 20-day moving average, got rejection off of that. I do think eventually, give it a little bit of time, we'll pass through the 20-day, pass through the 50-day, pass through the 200-day, and start to creep up to the old record high and possibly even take it out. The reason being is because of the Federal Reserve. Now, I think we should get rid of the Federal Reserve. But yesterday, maybe they helped us out, right? I mean, this is a financial war we're in with China. It's not a hot war. We're not sending nuclear weapons their way or vice versa. But the financial war. Now, there's a rumor that China dumped $50 billion worth of bonds, and that's what sent the Donald into, taking the tariffs out. I got to take them off. They're crashing the bond market. The bond market's crashing. But the Fed came in, bought all those on, you can look at the TLT, sprung upward. Look at the HYG. That's the junk. Nobody buys the junk but the Fed. $50 billion in bonds were dumped onto the marketplace. And the Fed came in and scooped them all up. I tell you, you always know after the fact because then the Fed releases how much their balance sheet went up by, right? Because they were the ones going in there to buy all this stuff. Now, it's fascinating. It's fascinating. All right, so let's talk about gold. Does anybody besides me have a little bit of gold fever, right? Gold keeps going record high. Now, you did have that pullback. We got down below 3,000. That was a gift. I hope you picked some up there. Now, if you can't afford gold, silver was the big gift. Went from like $35 down below $30. That was the gift. You want to get that if it happens again. And they may slam it again. They're trying to keep it down. But those are gifts when you get below 3,000 on gold, get below $30 on silver. Notice the 100-to-1 ratio. Silver is going to outperform gold 2-to-1, probably 3-to-1 as we get moving along in this rally, right? If you believe in gold, you got to believe in silver, and it's going to creep up. It's going to slingshot. Percentage-wise, it's going to slingshot past the performance of gold. Because why? Well, because that's what silver does. And why is gold going to continue to go up? Because the central banks are in panic mode, right? I mean, they see what's going on. They see the financial war. U.S. and China in financial war. Nobody wants to hold the bonds anymore. They want to dump the bonds, get out of the bonds as quickly as they can, bring in the gold, the only other tier one asset, right? Tier one asset, the only other one is gold. Gold this, so they're bringing that in and they're dumping the bonds and they're doing it at a record pace, and that's what's sending gold up $100, $110, $80, $90 every day, up, 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 up. Now, I hope we get another pullback so you get the opportunity, but don't say I didn't tell you, right? All right, now I want to talk about something that's fascinating to me. On the COMEX exchange, you got the COMEX exchange, you got the London exchange, you got the Shanghai exchange. These are pretty much where the gold market is traded, right? But on the COMEX exchange, somebody pulled off 300 tons of gold last month. Physical gold. That never, ever happens. I'm sure that's a record, but you know what? That record may be beat this month. There's contracts out there, 400 tons of gold, looking at somebody is going to look to take possession of. Now, who is that? Who is it? A lot of people say that's Warren Buffett in there buying. Some people say that's the Chinese stealing our gold at these low prices. I'd say it's the U.S. government, right? U.S. government. You see, there's been a crime against me and you, the taxpayer. There's been a crime. Somebody has stolen 8,000 tons of gold from us. They've stolen it. It's not in there. If it were in there, they would show us. Believe me, the Donald would like to brag about, right? Him and Elon, they were talking about that, but then they realized we can't show it to you because it's not there. So who's the one buying the gold? I'm telling you, it's the U.S. because we trying to get some gold in there before. Now, I know the Bitcoin guys, they wanted the U.S. to buy Bitcoin, right? To bail Bitcoin out because Bitcoin's kind of down in the toilet, right? They're desperate. They need the U.S. government to come and buy them. They need a Bitcoin reserve. They're desperate, but it's not happening. You see, the government, I believe they're buying gold to replace the gold reserve that got stolen from me and you. Now, who took it? We'll never find out. You got to go back to the 1950s, even before I was born. And I'm an old dude, right? But before I was born is probably when it got stolen, right? These politicians, they've been crooked all along, but I believe there's been this theft, a biggest theft. Well, not the biggest theft against the U.S. taxpayer. You know the biggest theft against the U.S. taxpayer, right? I mean, everybody knows it. It's called the Federal Reserve. They've stolen 99% of your purchasing power. 99% of it. They just came in and took it from you. Now, if a thief came into your house and took 99% of your stuff, do you think you'd probably want to punch the thief in the mouth, right? But no, we let the Fed do it. There's 1% left. Now, you watch how quickly they're going to steal this last 1% from us. You see the dollar. I mean, it's even falling right now. It's falling against foreign currencies, right? It's falling against the peso. Mexican peso is booming. It's booming against the dollar. The dollar dropped 2% yesterday, and that's just against other currencies. It's going down a lot faster than that. So that last 1% is going to be completely wiped out. The dollar is going away. I'm telling you this. Doesn't matter what assets you got. If they're priced in dollars, they're going to zero. The dollar is going to completely disappear. Now, some people say that's still 10 or 20 years off. I got it pegged at 3 to 5 years, right? That's when the dollar goes away. That's when they're going to usher in a new form of payment, a new currency, if you will, a CBDC, if you will. They're going to usher that in on the American people because the American people are going to be begging to be saved because we're going to hyperinflate right out of this. It's going to be really painful for a lot of people. And I feel bad about it. But Mike, we got the Donald in there. He's cutting trillions of dollars out of the government. And I hope he does. I give him credit for trying. But it's a little too late, I think. It's already too late. And you can tell by the DXY, it's just dropping like a rock. You can tell by this financial war, there's things that are blowing up right now. I mean, there's derivatives. You think your money's safe in the bank? More power to you. My money is not safe in the bank. I'm going to go get some more of it out tomorrow. I got one of those certificate of deposits coming due. I'm going to go clean that bank out. They want me to renew it. I just don't feel safe in there. These derivatives are starting to blow up. There's quadrillions of these things. Banks betting against banks, and these are starting to blow up, right? Which is going to bring all these banks down. People think the banking crisis is over, right? I mean, they think it's all done. Not a chance. You're going to see bank failures like you won't believe. You're going to see bank bail-ins. They're going to bail in. It's not a bailout. Who they're going to bail out? You want to know who they're going to bail out? That really annoys the heck out of me personally. They're going to bail out all these hedge funds. These big hedge funds are going to get this bailout because they're now saying these hedge funds are going to be too big to fail because who are they holding? They're holding the rich people's money, and the rich people can't lose their money. So the government already planning 2 trillion, not 1 trillion, 2 trillion to bail out the hedge funds. The banking system, I think they're going to let bail-ins happen. That's just my take. But we've got a problem right now. What we got is gold. Gold is the one thing that is a safe asset right now. You got the markets. They're going down, down, down. You got your house. You don't know it yet. Not in your area. Of course, your area only goes up. But the houses are going down, 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 down. Assets are coming down. Assets, the bond market, oh, they're going to cut rates to 0, right? But not on the long end. The long end keeps going up, going up, going up. You're going to see mortgages over 10%. I keep telling you that, but nobody believes me. Don't worry. You listen to Dave Ramsey, listen to Barbara Cochran. They're telling you mortgages are going to come down to 3%. They're telling you to get out there and buy right now so that you can refinance when those mortgages get done. I'm telling you, they're going the other way. 7% now, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14% is in the cards. It's going up. Things are starting to break. The safe asset gold. Gold is exploding higher. Look at it. It's painful to buy it up here. You had a chance under 3,000, but now we're back above it. You realize you got to pay to get just a 1 ounce gold coin about $3,400 right now. And that's dirt cheap, going to 5 to 10. 5,000, 10,000, probably going to hit as high as 40,000 when this is all done. Otherwise, the Dow Jones will come down because the gold's going to go 1-to-1 with the Dow. It's going to be the same. Right now, Dow's at 40,000. Maybe they meet at 40,000. Maybe they meet down here at 10,000. Nobody knows where they're going to meet. I don't know where they're going to meet. I just know it's going to go about 1-to-1 again. It's going to be a little bit scary for a lot of people if you don't have the protection in place. If you got the protection in place, you don't care because all the wealth's getting transferred to you. And you just sit back and go, thank you for giving me your wealth. Thank you for being foolish and leaving your money in the banks. Thank you for not having any real money. Thank you for keeping your money in the fiat system. It's all going to be transferred to the holders of real money. And eventually we will go back to real money. Real money, gold has been wealth since the beginning of time, right? God put that in the Garden of Eden. God likes gold. He told his children of Israel. What did he tell them? He told them, overlay the tabernacle with gold. God likes gold. He paves his streets with it, right? I mean, he's very wealthy, but he wants his children to have abundance too. I got a little carried away there on the religious stuff, but gold, you want it to protect yourself. That's what you want. Now, if you can't afford it, silver is a much, 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 much better buy. I mean, silver is going to slingshot towards gold price, right? Silver is going to be triple digits in the cards. That's $100 silver. Where are we at right now? Well, it's about $30. Get a physical ounce, about $35, so that will triple, right? That's a no-brainer. Now, I think it's going to go much higher than that. I think you're going to see $300, $400 silver, so that would be a 10x, 10 times your money, right? 10 times your money. You skip a Starbucks once a day and go once a week and buy one of them silver coins and put it away. Just put it in a drawer, man. It's going to 10x. It's going to explode higher. I'm telling you, there's not enough gold to go around right now, right? So the U.S., we're missing the gold, right? But you multiply the gold, 8,000 tons we got, right? That's what they say. That's what we're supposed to have, but we don't have. We got cobwebs. I'm telling you, prove me wrong, right? But we got cobwebs in there. But 8,000 tons, when you revalue that, that's only about $800 billion, right? Okay, so $800 billion, that's nothing to the U.S. government. That's why I think they're the big buyer. They're going to buy that gold back and they're going to put it in Fort Knox so they can go show us that, hey, we still got your gold. And, because we print $1 trillion every 100 days, so it won't even take them 100 days to get $1 trillion to go buy $800 billion worth of gold. Put it into Fort Knox. They're pulling it off the COMEX, putting it in Fort Knox, and then we can go take pictures of it, right? They can live stream it. They can audit it. It's going to be fun. The Americans are going to get their money back, right? We've had it stolen from us, but don't worry. We're going to print that money and we're going to buy gold with it. A lot of those Bitcoin people, oh man, they're so upset. Don't you worry, Bitcoin people. If the stock market can make it to a new high, Bitcoin can get up to a new high too, which is about 109,000. I know we're back in the 70,000 range, 70, 80,000. I don't know where where it's at. But anyways, it can go back to 109, can go to 150. Maybe it goes to a million like Michael Saylor. I don't think we're going to get to a million. Once we hit that new record high, we're going to come crashing down, and it's going to be about an 80% loss in that Bitcoin. You might get to 150 first, but you'll probably be back at 20,000 in no time. Just my take. Nobody agrees with me. That's okay. If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up. Disagree, give me a thumbs up anyways. But get out there, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll talk again real soon. Bye-bye now.